this is Nikki, and I'm here to share the messages that I get from Spirit and from all of our higher selves that are helping us back on this journey to unconditional love, love of the journey, and then love of each other, and back to our soul group that are definitely helping us bring us back together to our reunions. And I've been guided to set up a crystal grid, which basically I infuse pieces of rose quartz crystal. And I was guided to do that. There it is. I was guided to do that on the Lion's Gate, which was in the summer, and I was guided to set it up for myself and my twin, and then I was guided to send it out to everyone. And so these pieces of crystal are going all over the world, and I basically do divine love healing using Holy Fire Reiki, and it anchors energies from as above, so below. Everyone on the grid receives weekly healing from me, and it's because the power of doing it collectively is huge. As well as that, I also do divine love healing, where I will connect to individually your souls and get you the messages that your souls want you to know to put you on your highest path. And through that, then that's how all these messages are happening, because it's all of our higher selves working together. Because if you're drawn to this channel, and if you're drawn to me, and if you're drawn to join the crystal grid, it's because we're definitely part of the same soul group, helping each other come into union. So I just wanted to share because this is what's so great about all of these messages that we get, and then how all the synchronicities and everything are, basically shared by everyone, which then makes it so much more valid, right? Or you don't think you're going crazy anymore. So she says, this is a note from a lady that has joined the crystal grid, and I'm going to do her healing for her. So she said, as I mentioned yesterday, I've had so many signs. The last week has been off the charts, and after today's events, I just had to write this. I got in the car after work last week, and on the radio was Stuck on You by Lionel Richie. Then I heard a Madonna song just before you talked about her again in your vid. Also hearing Don't You Give Up by Justin Bieber and I Feel It Coming by Daft Punk all the time. At school, I got talking to one of the little girls who I don't even teach, and she promptly told me the whole class had been painting snails all morning. You had literally just posted your snail video the night before. And my friends on Friday night, Countdown versus 8 out of 10 cats was on, and I glanced at the screen as the word twin could be made out of the letters. I keep seeing 1111 all the time and 1010, and my twin's initials on number plates. I have seen that ring of gold stars, like the European Union one, twice in the last few days. In one of your vids last week, you mentioned an Emily Bronte quote. Well, Jane Eyre is one of my favourite twin flame films, along with Pride and Prejudice. And my twin has actually the same birthday as Colin Firth, who is the actor in the film. And I ended up watching it again. I was drawn to watch Persuasion. Honestly, there is a line in it where she translates an Italian song. It goes, after this, their hearts will eternally be joined in union. And the last scene sees them sailing off on a ship together, just like the one in your vid. And on the book that a child gave me a couple of weeks ago at school. I couldn't believe it. Then, yesterday, I was driving home from school thinking why I hadn't seen any of the animals that you mentioned. And then a duck, yes, a duck, walked right out in front of me. I see hundreds of pheasants, but I never see a duck on these roads. And today, a little boy I was teaching in a phonics lesson suddenly wrote Rocky on his whiteboard. My jaw hit the floor, as it had nothing to do with what he was supposed to be writing. I asked him why he'd written it, and he said, Rocky's my favourite boxer. This boy is 6 years old. Then you mentioned giraffes earlier, and in the local news tonight, it was announced that the giraffes at a local park have just had a baby. She says you can't make it up. And you may already know this, but just in case you don't, I also had 2 signs about orchids this weekend, which led me back to watching Christina Perry's The Words video again. I think it is one of the most beautiful songs and videos I have ever seen. I was scrolling down the comments below the vid, and someone mentions that she wrote this song for 2 characters out of Once Upon a Time, and the guy in the vid is an actor in the show. So we come full circle, right? Because Once Upon a Time is the show that basically is all about past lives and settling your past lives and how they play out in this life. And that has been a big theme because I was guided to watch those shows, and they have been in a lot of these videos, especially the main characters, who are Snow White, and David, who plays Prince Charming. So again, you know, you can't make these things up. It's just amazing that people, you know, and also Matt, the Divine Masculine, he's just moved into a new place. He sent me a video the other day about ducks, because suddenly there's ducks near where he lives. So, you know, all of these signs are just amazing. I wanted to say that yesterday, the song that came through was, well, there's lots of songs. People have been putting lots of songs on the comments. There's a David Gray song, Sail Away, and some others. But one for what happened yesterday, I was driving along the road and I just was thinking, can you give me a sign? And as I looked over to my right, there was a rainbow in the sky. And the song that came on was Phil Collins' Two Hearts Beat as One, and a rainbow. So it was just so perfect because I think there's been some quite like heavy kind of energies around. And so it was like a really good message to get. A rainbow coming out at the same time as Two Hearts Beat as One on the radio. So just, you know, these things are just perfect. So I just wanted to say that there's another theme that's been coming out in healing, which is about people that are in karmic relationships. And so one thing that I saw, I've been seeing, is that the Divine Masculine has got like a cage around their head, and that they're trying to basically, you know, plot their route home kind of thing. And so in this particular healing, then basically I saw him in a cage, but there's a map, and he's like working out the route, and he basically says, I'm working out my route home, you have to be patient. And so when she came back to me, she said that's spot on, because he is actually in a karmic relationship, and he is that's exactly how I've been feeling his energies. And so, you know, this is why it blows me away how clearly your souls can really, really talk to us, basically. So I'm just going to read I asked for a card, because a goddess card of what energies that we're working with today. And this is so perfect, so I'm going to read it out. When the soul is ready to spread its wings, it goes through a deep cleansing, purification and preparation for new levels of spiritual wisdom, power and light. Just like the phoenix that is baptized through celestial fire to be born anew, you are going through such a phase of heavenly purification, preparation and initiation. This is an advanced phase of soul growth, and soon after you will enjoy greater spiritual peace, divine power and advancement on your divine life path. Kuan Yin, daughter of the Phoenix, has been through fire, both physical and heavenly, and has ascended into a position of great spiritual peace, power and authority. She guides you now to claim your rebirth and ascend. In the same way that if we were moving house, we would need to sort through our possessions, and sometimes it is an opportunity to let go of that which we do not wish to take with us into our new life. As we prepare to move into a high level of consciousness, there are old habits, stuck emotions, and stagnant energy that do not belong in our new life cycle. The path of purification, initiation by celestial fire, is preparation for spiritual enlightenment, greater happiness, well-being, prosperity, success, spiritual responsibility, and leadership. It can be a challenging time, as that which would stand in the way of a new level of spiritual potency must be eliminated. And often these things are deep fears, doubts, or questions about our own worth and ability. It can feel confronting to meet these parts of ourselves and consciously. Yet we cannot let go if we don't even realise what we are still holding on to within us. This initiation will help you release any old baggage or pain that will not resonate with the higher levels of light that you're preparing to live. It can feel challenging at times, but know that there is nothing wrong. There is actually something very right behind these experiences. Do not fear the challenges. You would not be taking these spiritual exams if you are not ready to live at a higher spiral of consciousness. Have some faith in your own progress and remember not to get attached to what is leaving your consciousness as you are preparing to ascend. Letting go of old energies with trust, even if you do not always consciously understand what is happening, is the quickest way to be able to ascend easily and gracefully. To pass this initiation and benefit from it, we must be prepared to surrender that which needs to be burned away. Kuan Yin, daughter of the Phoenix, guides you to have faith and fearless trust that it is safe to let heavenly fire have its way, so that you may rise up anew into your new spiritual destiny. The initiation is in its final phase when you are able to put your new benefits and talents to the test, living based on your spiritual principles of trust, faith, and love. No matter what is presented now, it is an opportunity for you to apply your spiritual values and live your life accordingly. Then the celestial fire will soon done its work, and you will arise like a glorious phoenix, ready for a new life. So I'm going to do another video just with the healing and the prayer from the Daughter of the Phoenix. So if you want to book healing from me, then please do. I'm doing a special £20. And if you want to join the Crystal Grid, then again, please do. All details are in the link. And I'll be back with part 2, which actually goes through what the healing is to use with the Daughter of the Phoenix and also what the prayer is. All right. Okay. Back in a minute. Bye.